Hello everyone, my name is Natalie and today I am with my mom and we are ghost hunting at her house.
Well, we're the second owners of this house. The first owners had it built in 1950. The original male lived here till he was 44 years old and he died of leukemia 1 month after his onset. His wife continued to live here until she was 90 and she died here in the house of cancer. They raised 4 children in this house and they had 1 stillborn child in this house. The things that we've seen in this house, here in the living room, we'll be sitting and we'll see a cat run through from maybe the kitchen to the spare bedroom, and our cat likes to run and jump on things, so we'll jump up to go see what the cat's doing and our cat will be laying beside us on the floor by the front door, or won't even be up here at all. My husband has seen a lady in a white dress 2 or 3 times since we've lived here. We've been here, 4.5 years? And he has seen this lady a couple of times. One time in our bedroom, I woke up and there was a face looking at me. It's the only experience that I've ever had in that bedroom.
Was it the man or the lady?
I think it was a man, because it was all dark and the eyes were like sunken in. And when I started, jumped, it disappeared, and I was not able to recreate it because I laid there and I thought, well, maybe I moved a certain way, maybe I did something. No, because we have room darkening blinds in the room, so it's pitch black in there, so you can't see anything, and there's no night lights or anything. The spare bedroom, I was told she used as her sewing room because she was a seamstress. That's what her profession was. And there's been several times that I will go in and I'll find straight pins just laying randomly beside of a bag of dog food or beside the dresser in there, and they're not mine. As much as I'd like to sew, I do not. In the kitchen, we've heard a cat meow. It is not our cat. Upstairs, Natalie lived here for about a year. And tell them what experiences you had up there.
Well, I didn't really have a whole lot of experiences, but when I was up there, it just kind of had like an eerie feeling. I mean, it's always cold, obviously, because it's the attic, but I just kind of always had this feeling like something was up there and like watching me, but I just couldn't see it.
And you said like a lot of times you would hear what sounded like me coming up the stairs and you just waited for me to open your door.
Yeah, there was lots of times because I remember.
Yeah, I'm glad you remember.
Because, well, I guess you'll see when we go up there, once you get up the stairs, you have to walk towards the door. So there were so many times that it would sound like she came up the stairs and I just was waiting for like that door to open and it just never would. Or I'd get up and look and there's no one up there.
Yeah, and we hear footsteps upstairs a lot. And of course, since you're not here anymore, we know it's not you. And Gracie, our dog, she'll just be randomly sleeping and just wake up and just stare at the ceiling and just like terrified. Or she'll stare at a corner and won't move. I can't get her to go upstairs with me very often. If she does, she comes up, looks around, and immediately goes back downstairs. So if I'm up there doing crafts with the granddaughter, or I'm sewing or doing something, she's back downstairs. She does go in the spare room a lot with me and Lay. She's always in there when I'm in there. Nothing really happens in the basement. I haven't had any experiences down there. Sometimes the cat will sit and stare at a wall. Just stare at the wall for no reason. That's basically what we've had so far here.
Yeah, even when I lived here, Gracie, or her dog, she would not go upstairs with me. And even at our old houses, Gracie would always sleep with me at night. But here, she would not.
Yeah, she's terrified to go upstairs. She goes in the basement. She'll go down there with me.
That's so weird, because when we first got her, I think she was scared of basements.
Yeah.
Where do you think's the most active?
Probably upstairs. Your room.
Well, we can start upstairs.
Let's go there. I did take my thing up there with me last night because I had to go up and do some stuff. And I went around the room. It predominantly keeps 2 green dots. And then it has...
Yeah, I thought you were sharing some information.
I was. On the one corner, it turns yellow. Yeah, okay. It turns yellow because that's where the power lines, this corner here, the power lines come in. So other than that, it stays about 2 green dots the whole time. So if something changes, we'll know. Yeah, it is cold up there.
We're entering the attic. Yeah, I'll talk to them. Okay, so as you see, when you come up the stairs, you do have to walk to the door, so that's what we were talking about when I was saying you could hear her footsteps walking.
We hear footsteps inside.
Oh, this is cute.
Let me leave this open. There's days that this will stay green, and there's been a few times I've come up here and it's been on the red. And it's not plugged in. It's not on.
Oh, wow.
This corner is where the electric comes in, so it goes up to a yellow or an orange.
I feel like I'm a little bit shaky.
That's kind of weird in your own house.
Yeah.
And we really haven't changed a whole lot to really get anybody riled up yet.
Yeah, I mean, you have that lady downstairs, though.
Yeah, but I kind of took over her sewing room.
Maybe she's not happy about that.
Yeah.
We do have several other objects around the floor if you don't want to get super close to me to communicate. We have a ball in the dollhouse. If you touch that green light, it'll turn red. There's another...
Judy.
There's another ball on the floor, and I also have a REM pod that if you get close to it, it'll light up different colors.
And the flashlight.
Oh yeah, and the flashlight. If you tap that, it should turn on and off. Are there any spirits up here who'd like to communicate? Could you cross the rods for yes or make a sound? Huh?
A little unsure.
Kinda, yeah. Maybe it's kinda opening up to us.
Yeah.
Could you put the rod straight for another question?
We're not here to hurt you or to make you leave.
Is that where you're standing? Could you point both rods to where you're standing? Unless there's two of them.
We command it. That don't make sense.
Yeah. Maybe there's two. Maybe one's by you talking and one's standing in the doorway. Could you point the rod straight, please? Doesn't look like no one to move.
No, it hadn't moved at all. There it comes.
Are there more than one spirit up here? I don't know why the right one's not moving.
So that
Oh,
left one
well.
didn't want to move at all.
So there is more than one.
I know this is going to sound really strange too, but like I told you, we'd see the cat and hear the cat. And this summer, Polly showed up. She came from down the street. I haven't seen the ghost cat
Huh.
since Polly showed up. I don't want to move. So
Maybe Polly scared it away.
I know, because Polly's come in the house a few times.
Hmm.
And she likes that bedroom and she likes the basement. Those are the two places that she come up here a couple times. But she normally doesn't stay in the house. She runs back out.
Oh.
So it was just kind of an odd thing that we haven't seen the cat since Polly showed up.
I did have another idea when we're at Fairfield.
Mm-hmm.
Like to bring up what you said, if it's like our subconscious. What if the person with the headphones in with the spirit box also holds the dowsing rods? Then they don't know what's being asked, so they don't know like whether to
That's
make
true.
it go in or out.
That is true. You're not subconsciously making it play. That is a good idea.
I was thinking of that earlier, and I was thinking, well, maybe that'll help.
I know Julie thought I was crazy with the alphabet thing, but it works.
It does
And
work.
I saw that on Ghost Hunters. Is one of you a female? Are you still here with us? It's odd that it's so quiet up here. It's usually not quiet.
Yeah. I would have expected up here would be more people or more spirits. If you're here, could you point them straight, please? Would you want to try the roads? They might be more prone to talk to you since you live here.
here too.
Are there any spirits up here with us? Yes.
Okay.
Could you point the rod straight, please? I can't talk. Well, if you don't want to talk, you don't have to, but if the other spirit up here would like to talk, they can.
Does that mean like he needs to leave, or there's somebody here that won't let him communicate with us?
Oh, I didn't think about that.
Could you point the rod straight, please? Yeah, that right one doesn't want to move. It's a neighbor. Oh, the ball's lit up.
Ooh.
And the house did not vibrate.
No, because if it did, that one would have went off, and mine would have definitely went off, because mine are more sensitive than yours.
Yeah. The spirit who said he couldn't talk to us. Is that because there's someone here stopping you from talking to us? Or someone doesn't want you to talk to us?
Is there... What?
5.
Are there 5 spirits up here? Or in this house? They're so it's like slow to respond.
Yeah. You wanna go downstairs and try?
Yeah, we can try. So this is the old sewing room. Well, my mom's spare room now, but this is the room that she said that she found all the straight pins on the floor randomly. If there's any spirits in this room, we have several objects that you can use to communicate with us. We have a ball here, one on the table, and we have a ball and a flashlight up there, as well as the ghost tube out. I'll try not to touch the table, that way if the ball goes off, we'll know.
Yeah, that's why I scooted back, because Knife.
Knife. You got a knife?
Did you turn this on?
No, I couldn't get it to work because like the battery won't go in it the right way.
Okay, it was working upstairs.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. I've spent so much money on that, and I feel like it doesn't really work.
Okay.
Okay, there we go. Oh, that's kind of light and orange.
Is that only when you touch that, though?
Yeah, it's only when you get this close to it.
Okay, so yours is lighting up, but mine was turning orange and it wasn't
Yeah.
related to that.
So it's from like the field.
I just thought if that was going off, then that would turn yellow. Roy. Lots of names. Lots of men's
lots of
names.
random. Are there several male spirits that linger in this house? Could you cross the rods for yes, please?
Or 1 green light here. 2 green lights over here.
Yes, there's multiple men in your house.
That makes me feel creepy.
Especially when they watch you sleep.
Just when they watch me sleep. I don't mind, as long as you don't bother me.
Are there any of them who would like to speak with us today? Yes. Could you point them straight, please?
I remember.
What do they remember, though? Do you remember me from when I used to live here? No. How rude. I guess I don't remember them either.
Have you been here long? Maybe they came after you moved out.
Maybe, but how would they have gotten here? Unless someone died in your property.
I don't know. It's hard to tell how they get here.
Unless you, or maybe you have a portal in your house.
Have a what?
Portal.
I hope not.
Maybe it's in the attic. And that's why you get so.
So much noise up there.
Yeah. Is there a portal in the attic? Well, they either left or they're not answering. No, you're safe.
Okay. Is Is there a portal anywhere in this house?
Maybe? No? I'm gonna go with no.
No answer's a good answer.
That was me, I shook my hand. I'm gonna assume not, but...
Can you light up one of the cat balls?
Or could you tap that flashlight for us? And turn it on? Yeah, I guess not.
I feel like my house is dead today.
Maybe. Maybe it's because you're investigating. They're like, you know what, I'm not gonna talk.
Now later will be all kinds of noise.
Are there any spirits in here who'd like to communicate? See, it's still kind of flickering orange. Your thing's still flickering orange a little bit. Is the lady who used to live here, is she here? That's so weird, it's like dead.
Do you know our next door neighbor? Because the next door neighbor is the nephew of the people who had this house built.
Oh, wow.
That's how we found out she had a cat, because we're like, we have a really dumb question to ask you. And he's like, go ahead. And I said, well, we see this cat running around. We see this cat running around the house, and it's not ours, and we don't, it's not real. I said, well, she had a cat. I'm like, okay, because we see the shadow cat running around quite a lot.
Wow.
And just curious. But yeah, she had a cat.
That thing flashed yellow at the same time that talked.
What did I say?
I don't know.
I didn't do it. Stressed.
Yeah, we're not even close enough to it. There's something there touching it.
That's cool.
Well, thank you for finally joining us. I really appreciate that.
Said stressed.
Are you stressed? Your thing almost went red. Wow, this is cool. I've never seen that work before.
Are we stressing you?
Yeah, well, it said yes when I asked if it was stress.
Oh, okay.
Are all these questions that we're asking, are they stressing you out? Or us trying to get you to perform?
How? Is it draining your energy to try to answer our questions?
Yes. Oh, that flashed red and then that went off.
That's cool.
What is my camera doing? Do you see that? It's like putting a square around me.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe
Yeah,
it's
I have
trying
a square too.
Oh,
See?
maybe it's trying to focus on us.
Yeah.
I hope I can see this. Find a way to like perk it up. Oh, there we go. I won't be able to see it, but it's okay. I might be able to see the colors.
I can see the green.
Could you try and turn on one of the cat balls for us? There's one behind me and there's also one up there next to the flashlight and on the table.
I see you.
I see. I don't see you. I would like to see you.
Was that thing cracked open before?
Yeah.
Okay.
It doesn't shut all the way.
Oh, I was gonna say something's gonna come out of that closet and get me.
The sweeper might. No.
Could you use the rods to point to where you are in the room? See, is bunch of activity for 1 second on all of our stuff, and then it goes away like dead. Oh, that was me.
They didn't set him off either.
Yeah.
So, just tells you that you're not the one who caused it. Sit down, Grace. Are you the one who leaves the straight pins on the floor for me to find?
That's so crazy.
Leave here.
Leave here?
You want us to leave? 'Cause she kind of lives here, so she can't.
Can you cross the rods if you want us to stop asking you questions? That's unusual for her. If I'm in here, she's in here.
That's
She
weird that
just-
she left.
She went. Here she comes again.
Hey, baby.
Okay, Grace?
You alright? You wanna lay down? Are you scaring Gracie?
Okay, sit. Sit down.
Yes.
Sit. Sit.
Could you point them straight, please?
Sit. Over here.
Are you scaring her on purpose?
Quit humping your tail. Sit. Good girl.
No, they're not trying to scare her on
I'm
purpose.
not trying to scare you, Grace.
They're our friends. We just don't know who they are.
Can Grace see you?
Yes.
Is the kitty cat ghost still here?
Why did you come?
We came to talk to you. Said, why did you come?
No. Well, because they see you guys walking around all the time and they just, we'd like to ask questions and find out who you are.
See if there's anything we can maybe help you with.
Do you like us talking to you?
Imbecile.
Imbecile. That's not
Wow.
very nice.
No. Could you point it with the rods to where you are? You're standing over there.
Okay.
Could you light up?
Him. talk with the balls.
Maybe. Would you rather communicate with the balls? Will you cross them for yes? Where?
In this
Say
room.
yes. Okay, well, we can communicate with the balls. If you could you touch the device that I just sat down next to the ball? It won't hurt you, it's just a little loud and annoying. Are you the spirit that was sort of talking to us in the attic? Could you light up one of the balls?